I would now like to invite on stage a very dynamic personality who you have also seen on the panel. And I would like to invite on stage the co-founder of Dunzo, Mr. Aggarwal, to please come on stage. Mr. Ankur Aggarwal.
I just tell you a bit story about me, about my journey, and some of the learning that I have from last 8 to 10 years that I have been working in different companies and Dunzo itself. And then there is a conclusion that I want to share to everyone after sharing the learning. So I'm from Ghaziabad, which is one of the notorious city in India, which is in UP. I held my way. I did my master in IIT Roorkee and started working in some of the startups in India. One of them was SlideShare in very early days. It's in 2010. I met Amit Ranjan. Really proud of what I have worked with him. And there was time I was reporting. I was the fresh joiner in SlideShare, and I was reporting to him directly because there was no one in my team left out in technology at that time. So it was a 1 year journey. I learned a lot with him. Irrespective of the what technology I was working on, I used to understand what is the problem that he is solving as a bigger problem at the SlideShare level. Most of the problem he was solving it was monetization product and understanding on the CTA. And he used to help me a lot in thinking as a product for the user focus rather than ease of technology or the most of the code I think as what is the easiest way to code and deliver. But he was the first, I will say, mentor who helped me to understand that we are building products only for users, and users can be a normal user, a delivery boy or merchant, or it can be government also as a user. I worked in 2-3 startups after that, and then realized that I might not be a good fit in MSMEs or big companies. I have not interviewed. I'm really bad at getting interviewed and all, so I did not pursue that flow. In between, I met really good founder friends, and all my bosses are usually founders of some companies. So that inspired me a lot. One of them was in Delhi. So they were like 33-year-old making multi-millionaire business out of travel. So I really got motivated by the fact that we can also build something in future. So I started working with some of my close friends in different ideas. Then Dunzo happened, and lots of discussion happened, and we met co-founders during the journey. So one of the learning I want to discuss is how as a new entrepreneur should think of a problem statement rather than only solutioning a problem statement. So in last 4-5 years, I've been trying to connect to so many entrepreneurs or founders who want to come and brainstorm their problem statement. So one of the problem I have seen is most of the founders in India at least, they try to think of a solution, not the problem statement. It can be a technology solution, it can be any solution that they think is the best for a problem statement, which might not be a problem statement for them. So I will give you a simple example. Whenever somebody is looking for a problem statement, please look a problem statement that if it is solving for at least 100 set of user, and can it be expanded to 1,000 and 10,000 and so on over time based upon the money, culture, the locations and different aspects of the system. But it should not be the case that you are only solving for 1 or 2 of your friends who have pinged you. Yeah, I need this problem. This is my problem statement. Can you help me? You should not drive it as a problem statement and try to find a solution without thinking that it might be a problem to that guy. The way I divide a problem statement or any of the product that I try to use, is this a must to have product for a company, or is a good to have a product, or is a luxury to have a product? So I can divide all the product that we use at Dunzo or any other project that I usually see into 3 buckets and try to find the must-have product. If I have to build a new company, I will always build a product which is must-have for a limited set of organization. Maybe I can scale my breadth to different organization, but it has to be must-have. I can give you a simple example. When Tesla launched their first car, they were only for the top-notch limited edition and very targeted user, which cost like 100K plus in US. So there was not many users at that time to take that car because there are other companies like BMW and different Mercedes in the same segment. So what they did great was they built the car which is suitable for that community of user, and they liked more than BMW and Mercedes. And then they launched the other version which are cheaper, and then they launched the last version, I think Model S, which was for everyone, which can be expanded to whole America and different countries. I give you another example where I think could have been a better problem statement, where one of my friend pinged me that I am solving a problem where if somebody want to discuss a chapter in a book, they can just ping on an app and somebody will guide them for this chapter of the book. So the problem is so thin where I don't know if there are 100 students who will come online, ping on the app and try to find a solution for that. Because we are right now in a world where everything is on YouTube, everything is free, you don't have to go around. So my feedback to that founder was, please think about if this is any problem to anyone. Yes, it is a problem for 10 people. Can it be a problem for 100? Can it be a scale to 1,000,000? His feedback was like, I have 5 friends where they have pinged me about some Newton law, somebody have pinged me about inorganic sulfur in organic chemistry, or some chemical discussions. My only problem in this, somebody is pitching me this problem statement as a VC or angel or even a partner in a company. My only problem is how many users can you find thinking of an app to solve this problem statement, where you have a YouTube or you have different sources of content, free content, I will say, where you can just search and you will get a solution around it. I'm really happy to see all my professors and coaching teachers right now online doing session on physics, chemistry, biology on YouTube for free. And I can see what the passion they are coming from offline. I can compare the passion that the same 15 years back when we are in the similar space for the coaching versus the online classes that they are doing. So for me, that problem does not exist as such. So if you are trying to find a problem for your startup, just think of a problem statement, not a solution. Over time, you will find a better solution. When we started Dunzo, we don't know what is the best solution for the app look like. We started a problem statement on WhatsApp, which we think was the easiest way to get into 100 users. And those 100 users connected to 1,000 users. Then there was a time literally I have to build with my Android and iOS app in hurry. And we requested all our WhatsApp users to start moving to the app, because this is not scalable user experience that we can provide on the WhatsApp. And we are talking about 2014-15 when WhatsApp was only a chat app. Now it has all the capability of carting, payment, everything. But in 2015, even their APIs were well secured. But we find a way to hack some of their API to get some of the data that we have worked with our user to put it on our servers so that we can get the continuous business with them. So the learning that I have from my last 10 to 15 years of my journey, where I have worked with some of the great founders in India at least, where they have found a small use case for 100 users and they have scaled it to 1,000,000, and now they are generating revenue for everyone. Not every transaction can be profitable in every business, but you have to find a way where you can think of a profit as a matrix, because this is the business everybody should think of. And my conclusion around it, as a founder, as entrepreneur, people use it mostly on LinkedIn. If you search entrepreneur word on LinkedIn and put a location India, you will find more Indians than American who are putting on LinkedIn, which are more successful. So point is, please don't try to be more on limelight on LinkedIn or your friend circle. Try to solve it. If you are solving a great problem statement, please jump into it, because at the end of the day, you are wasting your 10 years of your life if you are not doing justice to your product that you are building. Because I have seen lots of my friends, they want to be called as entrepreneurs, they want to call as founder in a social sector, which I am not literally. Because everybody is coming from a very humble background where my family does not know what is a founder till now. So they don't care if I'm a founder or a Microsoft developer or a Infosys developer. They think that I should have a better life where I can help my kid to pursue a career in future, where I can have a time for their family. That's the only request they have. So family does not need you to be a founder or entrepreneur. If you think that you are solving something great, please go ahead, deep dive, take help from all your peers, try to make sure that you are doing justice to your family, friend, and be honest to each other. Because I have seen lots of people want to be founder because I have seen 2x, 3x, 5x posts and written on LinkedIn, but does not mean anything for anyone. You can be a 10x founder, does not mean to your family or your friends, because either you are doing justice to your life or not. Because at the end of the day, even if you are able to raise first round of your funding, you are committing at least 5 years to that investor and your believer for that product. So before, I remember before Danzo, we were doing a small AI startup in 2014 where we were not able to convince people that this AI is the future for everyone. Now it's a good part to be in. We all almost got a fund from a really good venture from Germany. But one of the reasons we backed out from that investment, it is before Danzo, it has nothing to do with Danzo. One of the reasons I could not commit to that fund is because I was not 100% that if I am building the right product and I am doing justice to that investor by committing my 5 years to that product. So I literally have to apologize saying that I am not 100% sure about the product. I don't want to take your money right now. If I have a great idea, I will ping you back and please fund that me. Second, the last conclusion I will request and suggest everyone, ki please don't treat funding as a success. Funding is actually a loan where you have to give away back to your VCs and everyone. So if you are getting funding, then the pressure will be 10x on you to deliver to that level. Please think through, do you really need funding for something that you are building? That's the only request I have. And any question I can maybe want.